I just walked through the interior of Kate. It's getting heated, and it is getting heated quickly.
Today, below deck chef Kevin serves up some piping hot tea. Judge Lynn Toler gets us pumped for marriage boot camp, hip hop edition. Hang on! And Kate Flannery, Pasha, and Daniella are here to talk about their Dancing with the Stars live tour.
I can't believe at 55 I get to dance with a hot Russian.
This is your reality check.
They love it.
Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to Reality Check. I'm Daryn Carp, your host, and joining me today is Dunder Mifflin's very own, the beautiful and talented Kate Flannery, as well as dance professionals and champions and hot Russians in their own right, Pasha Pashkov and Daniella Karagach. How are you guys doing today? Did you ever?
Fantastic.
You're fantastic.
Yes.
At 55, were you excited to be with a hot Russian? I mean, like, I feel like at 35 you would be excited.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Anytime.
Anytime's a good time. Seriously, these guys are the greatest. This guy's the greatest. I'm the luckiest.
I'm intimidated.
Job done, right?
I'm intimidated. Well, listen, we're gonna chat all about Dancing with the Stars, but first, you're here on the couch for the first time, so we're gonna start things off by breaking down our top 5. At number 5. Celebrities, they're just like us. And Blake Shelton shows us why. In a hilarious promo for season 18 of The Voice, the singer has revealed his favorite Joe Bro as he confessed to being a super fan of Nick Jonas. Nick will appear alongside the country star in the upcoming season of the NBC singing competition series for the first time as a coach. Season 18 of The Voice premieres Monday, February 24th, and 8 p.m. 7 Central on NBC. Do you guys have a favorite Jonas brother?
Nick.
Do I have?
Oh, you looked at me,
Sorry.
you beeline, and you were just like,
It's mostly because of his wife, though, because I'm obsessed with his wife.
oh, so we just like her.
Yeah, we like her.
Right.
Well, that's
but
fair
I do
enough.
like him, too.
He's adjacent to his wife. So.
He's Jason, he counts, he's been with his wife, so you
Yeah.
gotta love him.
Yeah.
Any Joe Bro favorites?
Well, this is so weird to me that Blake Shelton is he's actually making it easier for the next contestant on The Voice if they sing a Jonas Brothers song, like if they pick Nick, like it's a bromance. What's happening? Why is he giving this away?
See, I like
Who's in
how
charge?
intellectual you've made this choice, Kate. I'm so into this. But at number 4, Tyler, the Creator, is a Grammy winner, and no one is happier for him than Jaden Smith. On Sunday, the rapper won the Best Rap Album nomination for his album, Igor, and Jaden tweeted about Tyler's big win that night, writing, "My boyfriend just won a Grammy." If you remember, in November of 2018, Jaden sent fans into a frenzy when he claimed that Tyler was his boyfriend. However, a source told People that Smith was just trolling. I mean, you guys are in the public eye. Like, how much do you believe social media rumors? Like,
I've been accused of being someone's girlfriend that I never even met before. It happens to me all the time.
you've been accused of dating Jaden Smith. That's what
What do you think?
Well, I'm
People
married.
must get on you guys.
I mean, I'm married, but I call all my
She's
really
eyeing
good
you.
friends boyfriends. So I have
He
a boyfriend in every
way
state.
more boyfriends.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
see.
call my really good friends. They're my boyfriends.
I mean, it's like a true bromance. I've never
and you
seen
can't,
anything like
you
it.
can't compete with that.
No, how could I
Everything's
compete
fluid.
like that? It's not
Everything's
fair.
See, it's everything's fluid. It's all different. Stop taking social media so seriously.
Absolutely.
At number 3, Selena Gomez is speaking out about the emotional abuse she experienced during her relationship with ex-boyfriend Justin Bieber. In an interview with NPR's Lulu Garcia Navarro, the singer talked about growing and moving on from the pain she felt when her romance with Bieber ended in March of 2018, saying in part, "I do feel I was a victim to certain abuse." She went on to say she became so vocal about the trials and tribulations in her life because people were already telling her story, explaining that, "I wasn't going to have a choice because how fast everything moves now." I mean, listen, social media, like, I don't even know what to say about this. The abuse is real, but I mean, she felt like she couldn't even come forward because of how everything quickly moves.
Oh, yeah. Well, you get judged. And I mean, it's like everyone has an opinion and they're invisible, so they have no, it's tough.
How do you tune it out?
This is why drugs and alcohol are involved so much.
Drugs, alcohol, don't read the comments.
Absolutely. And I worked with Selena because I was on an episode of Wizards of Waverly Place playing Harper's her best friend's mother.
Yes. And
So we're very close.
Sweet
Selena,
girl.
No, she's awesome. No, actually, she's really lovely. And I feel like whatever we can do to support her.
yeah, absolutely. It's got to be hard, especially, being in the public eye like that. Everyone knows what you ate for breakfast, let alone an abuse you suffered. At number 2, Real Housewives of Orange County Shannon Beador shared a close connection to one of the victims in the helicopter crash that killed 9 people, including Kobe Bryant on Sunday. The reality star mourned the loss of Christina Mauser, a girls basketball coach at Harbor Day School in the OC. Shannon shared in an Instagram post that Christina coached her 3 daughters and that they are devastated by the tragic loss of life. I mean,
Just
the whole world
gut-wrenching.
shifted yesterday, right?
Gut-wrenching.
Absolutely.
It's
so sad.
I mean, I also work here at Bravo, the Grammys. I mean, it's sort of touched everyone in a weird way, even being from New York. It felt like Kobe was just our person. You know what I mean?
It's crazy because I'm not a basketball person. Like I'm not into those kind of sports, but he's such a legend.
Yeah.
You have so much respect for someone like him, and it's just gut-wrenching. Even though I don't know him personally or I don't really watch the sport too much, you just know of him. It's like he's it.
He perfect.
I don't think there was one person yesterday that didn't post anything about it.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, I didn't, but simply because I didn't have words. I didn't know what to write, so I didn't post. But I think everybody was touched by him.
Well, that's actually a perfect segue into our #1 story. Celebrities are still mourning the loss of legendary basketball player Kobe Bryant after it was revealed he, along with 8 others, including his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, died in a helicopter crash early Sunday morning in Calabasas. Former teammates Lamar Odom and Shaquille O'Neal shared their shock and sorrow on social media Sunday afternoon. Fans also gathered at the Staples Center last night to commemorate the life of the 5-time NBA champ by holding a vigil. Among the other victims were John Kerry and daughter Alyssa Altobelli, Sarah and daughter Peyton Chester, coach Christina Mauser, and a pilot, Ara Zobayan. The group were headed to a basketball game for Kobe's Mamba League. The father of 4 is survived by his wife, Vanessa, and 3 daughters. I mean, it's
just, there are no words.
It's absolutely
so sad.
gut-wrenching to see it, but he did sort of feel like, I mean, he's been playing in the NBA since I was 11 years old and on the Lakers. It just feels like even everyone at the Staples Center, I mean, did anyone really care about the Grammys as much? It felt like it was all about Kobe.
Absolutely. And you know, and just all these daughters that were, you know, there was so much love for them, and then the fact that they were together when they died. It's just,
Did you watch the Grammys tribute last night?
We were doing a show in Philadelphia, so we did not.
It was
watched a
beautiful.
little
I
bit.
mean,
Yeah, just online. But
yeah, so many things to say, and we're all sort of at a loss for words. You know, we're sending our thoughts and prayers to the Bryant family and friends at this time. Please visit people.com for more on this story. We have to go to break, but these 3 are sticking around, and we're talking about the Dancing with the Stars tour. Don't go anywhere.
This dance, it's kind of hot and steamy.
And then relax.
It's hot. It's hot.
And you kind of like look at me and you do a little
I'll
shoulder
make the
roll.
sacrifice for you. I'll stare at you. Okay.
Welcome back. Still with me are the 3 of Dancing with the Stars live tour dancers, Kate, Flannery, Pasha, and Daniella. You guys having fun? I like that, like, he grabbed your arms and you were like, all right, I guess I'll make this hot and steamy
So
for you.
resistant, right?
How is life treating all of you?
It's fantastic.
Yeah?
Amazing.
Couldn't
Being
be
on the
better.
road is so fun. Doing this tour, we in a different city every day. You know, you wake up, you have no idea where you are.
true.
I mean, it takes you a second, like, okay, where am I today? And you go, you find a new place to eat, you look around. I mean, it's a great road trip.
But doesn't
is.
tour life take a toll on your body? And dancing, you have to be physically fit and...
It does.
It
Ice
does.
bath queen.
Yeah.
But we
You
have
get
a
your ice bath.
we have an amazing PA.
PT.
PT.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
PA and PT,
over
yes.
there. It's okay.
Amazing physical
we
therapist.
just have an amazing physical
It's true.
therapist.
And some of us need it more than others.
Yeah.
Because I'm 55. Literally. I'm so taped up. It's fantastic though. My knees are they're kind of.
In case you didn't know, Kate is 55.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Kate, how different is preparing for the show versus preparing for the tour?
Well, you get to sleep in your own bed when you're doing the regular show, which is like a little more sane.
Yeah.
This is crazy because we're on a bus, we're traveling at night. I mean, it's insane. The
guys are
fans
rock stars.
nuts, and they're doing 80 cities total. We're just doing 54 of the 80, but that's a lot.
Just 54. Just 54.
That's all.
What kind of food do they have on the tour bus? Do they have like crappy food? Do they have like Twizzlers and candy and
We
stuff?
have-
Like you guys are
We have the
dancers. Like
clean
that's what I
bus.
want to know.
We have the.
We are on a healthy bus.
We're on
so
the chocolate and booze bus.
we're in
You're on the
different buses.
55 and over bus, chocolate and booze. they're on the young one. Well, Pasha and Daniella, you both are professional dancers and performers. What makes this show unique?
That it's just strictly ballroom. It's just a ballroom dancing show. And there are other shows that are so amazing, like So You Think You Can Dance and
Right.
whatnot. So those shows kind of show you the different sides of hip hop, contemporary, other styles of dance. This one specifically focuses on ballroom style dancing.
And these guys are 7-time national champs, and they've won Blackpool, like, which is like the if you don't know anything, like, look it up. They're amazing.
If I wanted to learn how to dance, do you learn ballroom dancing first, or is that a harder dance to learn and you kind of wait till you get the other ones down? Like,
Usually people start with ballet, jazz, hip hop, contemporary. They kind of do those 4 together. And unfortunately, not enough people do ballroom with those 4 groups, which I wish as a kid I had, because I never started with contemporary, jazz, hip hop, or anything else. So I wish I had that as a kid growing up, one school where it's all styles of dance. Ballroom is a little bit secluded. It's not really focused on, but now I feel like because of Dancing with the Stars and these other TV shows, it's really starting to show an amazing side of ballroom dancing.
They're catching up, finally.
oh yeah, you're
And I feel
making
like
making
more
it cool
people
and
are
hip.
doing it. Yeah,
That's-
more people are doing it, which
That's
is great.
awesome. Well, Kate, you said you're going to go on 54 of the 80 cities.
Shows, yeah.
Shows, yeah. Which city are you most looking forward to?
Well, we just played Philly last night, and my father, who was literally saying the rosary in the audience, he just was afraid. Like, I'm just afraid.
counting the
He
beads.
just was asking, like, he just asked for a little more fabric, just a little more fabric, just more. Yeah. But it's okay.
He was waiting for like a Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction with you?
No. He was just hoping for a little more fabric at the beginning and the end of the show with my. Not everybody else. Everybody else is fine, but no. I mean, we're going to be at Radio City tomorrow night. We're really that's huge. It's huge, and we're going to be at the Grand Ole Opry. But Radio City is like, I mean, you guys are New Yorkers, so you know it's a dream.
Dream come true.
Right?
I think it's
right in
over
the center.
6,000 people.
Holy
I'm sure the atmosphere is going to be fantastic over there.
Not to, increase your nerves or anything. Well, speaking of the tour, you're also going to be traveling to the Bahamas for the Dancing with the Stars Journey to Paradise. Pasha, can you tell us about this?
Well, first of all, it's a unique experience because whoever is going to be there, they're going to get a chance to party with us. We're going to have pool parties. Yeah, it's going to be
And
amazing.
Pasha is only going to wear a Speedo.
Well,
So you
that's
guys
in my
should
contract.
buy
No,
your
it's
Okay,
not.
why didn't know
Buy your
that? Now we're all going to go. Can I get a comp ticket?
Just a
course.
Speedo. That's all.
There's going to be a defibrillator for the people that are like, whoa, what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I liked you in that plaid suit, but the Speedo, I don't know. Kate, will you be joining these 2 on the getaway?
I don't think so. I have not been invited yet, but that's okay.
He's in a
We'll see.
Speedo, did we not?
It's okay.
We didn't, you heard that. Come on.
I heard. That's all right.
Just making
That's
sure.
all right.
And
You gotta
dancing
spread
in
the
a
love.
Speedo too.
Oh, and
Oh, boy.
I mean, like, killing me.
There's going to be a live show with like dances from different seasons, and there are going to be some people who used to be on the show, like Tony Devolani and Sharon
great.
Burgess, and Bruno is going to be there, and some other celebrities.
Judges,
Yeah. It's gonna be
Rashad is going to be there. I mean, it's
a Super Bowl of Dancing with the Stars.
yeah,
Just
it's going to
tickets,
be
right?
amazing. Lots of professionals, lots of celebrities, photo
Alumni.
opportunities, yeah,
And in the
Gonna be a
Bahamas.
lot of great people.
and in the Bahamas.
You can't really complain about
Possible
that.
sunburn. Yeah.
Well, you 3 developed such a close relationship during this experience. Did any of you expect that to happen going into it? I mean, you have to have some chemistry with your partner, obviously.
Right.
Yes, you do. But the thing is that what happened is I'm a huge fan of The Office. So is Daniella. We've been watching it
yeah.
for years. We know every single
God.
line.
Thank
So
God.
when I got Kate as a partner, I was like, this is a blessing sent from the above. We clicked right away, and Kate is the most amazing, humble human being.
He's a great teacher, like an amazing teacher.
And
Yeah,
she's an
but
literally,
amazing
I feel
student.
like
You are literally the best partner he
my
could have
God,
ever
you guys-
had.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be
Both
hard on
amazing
you
teachers,
too,
seriously.
right?
I mean,
because
she's
he can
the
be
best student.
Right,
I have
exactly.
no business dancing with this guy.
Yes,
He's
you
kind of
do.
upset. Well, I'm just saying, but like in my head, I'm like, just don't shame the family. Don't shame the family.
Oh.
Don't get kicked off the first episode. Don't get kicked. So I mean, I feel proud that it.
Because you're not a professional dancer to start off, did your nerves get easier as as everything went on and dancing went easier, or did they increase more and more and more?
Once we got to the double dances, I was like, my brain was like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Right.
Like, I want to do what you're telling me to do, but my body's like, whoa. So and we have so many. I mean, as you get older, there's more baggage that we carry with us.
But it's
so you're
kinda
dealing with all
crazy.
that.
You
like
guys-
it's a little like a psychiatric nurse sometimes. Right?
You guys made it to 8 shows.
We did all right.
that's
Yeah,
incredible.
we did all right. We did all right.
Incredible.
Doing
Kate.
one dance for 5 minutes is incredible, let me tell you. Well, speaking of being close, Daniella and Pasha, you 2 are married. What's it like being married to another dancer? Do you critique each other's forms?
Actually, no, we don't.
Not
Who's a
really.
better dancer?
Oh, Daniella, for sure.
He is.
No.
They're
She's...
both
He is.
amazing. So,
Okay,
you don't make me
You
pick.
don't
Don't
need
make me
to-
pick.
I'm not
Sophie's
gonna
choice.
feel
Sophie's
bad.
choice.
He
I
is
can't.
literally,
Just say the
without
truth.
him,
Just say the truth.
without him, I'd be nothing.
You are both rock stars.
Do
Seriously.
you teach each other new things all the time? New moves, latest.
No, but I feel like because we're such different dancers, he really,
Yeah, like
his
we have to each other.
strengths kind of like help me and my strengths help him. So it's like a perfect balance.
They're
I think.
amazing
Yeah.
choreographers together. Like and they
like
actually do
it's
a dance together in the tour, which everyone has to see. I mean, mind
Is he in a Speedo for it?
No, but it's kind of like we're in the bedroom, so it's kind of nice.
Oh, I will be watching that. Well, Daniella, while you didn't have a partner, you still performed in some incredible numbers. You played Elsa in the Frozen 2 dance.
So great.
What was that like for you? I mean,
It
Frozen
was
2
so
is like
cool.
iconic. Frozen itself.
She looks like Elsa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy because I never really thought I looked like Elsa, but
You have
all of a
hair
sudden,
color.
hair and makeup, like,
Oh my
it was
gosh.
kind of crazy. But
So awesome.
let me tell you, it was so cool. I mean, the fact that, first of all, we're new pros on the show, and the fact that they even gave me a chance to just showcase me, that was so
Look how cool you look. I mean,
amazing.
so many girls were probably looking at that being like, Elsa.
It's so funny because like many years ago, Pasha, and my hair was longer back. Like I literally just got my hair cut recently, so like my hair was much longer before, and we went to Disney World like a few years ago, and one girl stopped me with her dad, and he's like, "Can she get a picture? For Elsa?"
Oh my
Thought you were
God.
an Elsa
I
princess.
call her
That's amazing.
Danielsa now.
Yeah.
I mean, not bad. Better in real life than animated. But what can we expect from this tour before I let you guys go? Any
Oh my
shocking
gosh.
eliminations or anything like that?
There's no voting, thank goodness. But we will take pictures. But, there's meet and greets before. We'll take pictures after. Just come. You don't even have to be a Dancing with the Stars fan. If you're an Office fan, you don't have to bring me booze. We're just gonna have a good time.
You're telling people not to bring a booze?
You don't have to.
We have to talk
we
about
don't
this
have
later.
To.
Kate, Pasha,
required.
Daniella, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with me. I honestly can't wait to see it. The Dancing with the Stars 2020 tour is coming to a city near you. Go to DWTStour.com for dates and tickets. Also, don't forget to check out the Dancing with the Stars Journey to Paradise Bahamas Getaway, happening from May 29th to June 1st. Don't go anywhere. Chef Kevin from Below Deck will be serving up a taste of tonight's episode. Stay tuned.
I was gonna wait for later. You didn't. I did. So choose.
Friendship bracelets!
Yes!
No, I want this one.
I want this one.
Everyone touch bracelets.
Oh yes, touch bracelets. Let's touch bracelets.
Welcome back. A lot to say here. Joining me now is Chef Kevin Dobson from Below Deck. Hey, how are you? Do you want to touch bracelets or anything before?
No, I'm all right. I lost mine.
Oh, he lost his. Okay. Well, I want to start off by talking about this season's bromance, given you and all your friendship bracelets. Are you still close with, after the charter season ended? Are you still close with all the guys?
Yeah, definitely. Very close with all the guys. We got a big WhatsApp group, and we just every other day we're messaging each other. So
Do they know you lost your bracelet?
yeah, I sent them a long video. Yeah, I did like a big ritual thing. I was working on a yacht. We were going over the Pacific.
Very sad.
I had a few reds, and I thought, I'll send them a wee video.
Well, the love grew between the boys this season. So did the divide between the genders. Having watched the season, do you have any regrets of how you and the boys spoke to and about the female staff?
Yeah, I mean, it comes off pretty bad at some points, for sure. And I didn't realize the divide was so great. Like, I knew there was issues, and it seems every week or every charter we were kind of leading into, someone had a problem with someone. It's sort of like the crew wasn't gelling in those last kind of probably 4 weeks going into the end of the season.
But it just didn't seem so divided when you were on the ship.
No.
Only looking back.
No, really, and as I kind of look through my photos posted, there's just so many kind of, the guys and the girls are kind of getting along during the nights out.
Yep.
But watching the show, I'm kind of like, were we that divided? But then I look through all these pictures that I've taken, and we're all kind of having a good time together. So it's kind of, it's
hard to tell.
Exactly.
Well, the tension came to a head on last week's episode with Scorpion Gate at Night Market. Let's revisit that.
He's like, just please move along. Please move along. To you? Yeah.
What do I care? He's a f***ing bosun.
And you're a f***ing fisherman, so whatever.
And you're a f***ing chef.
Have your say. You got the stage.
You've
have your
already
say.
had your shit. It's called gaslighting, and we're not going to be a part of it. Exactly. You're a f***ing misogynist pig.
I'm just a TV host. What happened in your own words? Why do you think things got so heated at that moment? That was pretty intense.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, Riley was, well, first off, it obviously happened at the market store where I was buying the scorpions and stuff. And Riley was behind me as I was trying to buy these things for the guests. She was kind of just giving me something like and kind of pushing me along. Where, as we all know, at a market like that, 4 stalls down, someone else is selling scorpions, you know? So it was a bit like, I was, what are you doing? You know, so I got a little bit frustrated at her, went back, obviously, to the whole group, and obviously Ashton was there, and I said something, but I made sure the whole group could hear. Like, I was like, we've been so good up till this point, and then Riley's just we're just about to hop into the van. And then it was kind of like a ping pong show with Riley. I mean, after that kind of blew up with Riley there, Ashton and Riley get into it, but Riley's still going off. And by one point, I remember I was giving Riley a hug, kind of calming her down again, because she was going to Ashton by this point, and I was like, let's just be done. Like, you know, we've got one more charter. So it was kind of just.
Watching it back, did you see it sort of watching it the same way that you interpreted it as it was happening? Like, did it seem accurate to you? Do you see why she was upset with you in any sort of way?
Well, I mean, like I can see what because you can see that I'm walking over to a group of people and saying exactly something, but I mean, to kind of start that off at the food stall like that as she was with me, I was like, what do you expect? Gonna like
not good time.
You're just pushing. She's just antagonizing, I guess, at that point, you know. And for me, I was just like, come on, like not another episode here, Riley.
Yeah.
Just like we had on, you know, Charter 3 when she first came on board with the dinner episode, you know.
Well, back on the boat, the drama continued, and ultimately Captain Lee woke up, and he was not having it. Let's watch that.
I don't want to know. All I want is people to get into bed and be ready to go in the morning.
Copy that, Cap.
That's all I want.
Copy that.
The rest of it's irrelevant bullshit right now. In less than 12 hours, we've got charter guests, and they're still up kicking this dead horse. I'm madder than a pissed-on chicken.
Oh, I love his sayings. In retrospect, do you think the drama between the castmates was, you know, irrelevant BS?
Yeah, it's like, to be honest, sometimes it's just alcohol and, you know, that close quarters. And it is, you know, as Captain Lee's calling it, it's just really irrelevant. Like, and they are starting to just become fights just because we're all getting on each other's nerves so much, you know?
And in close quarters.
Exactly, and people are just picking up whatever they can and chucking it at each other, you know? And right now it seems to be girls on boys, you know?
I had Captain Lee and Kate here a few weeks ago, and I asked them if Captain Lee had known about, you know, because he woke up from his slumber, if he had known about what went down, how would he have handled it? And he said he would fire all of you guys.
Right.
How do you take that?
Well, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, try to find some crew in Thailand. I mean, yeah. That's as far as I see it. Like, you know, you can't fire the whole crew, that's for sure.
I'll take the job. I can't cook anything, but it just seems fun. You know, tonight we're going to see the last chart of the season, and I have to play this clip from the preview.
Jamel's getting married later this year and wants this charter to be a pre-bachelorette party with her close friends. You need to serve them a naughty bachelorette-themed penis cake.
I am confident coming into this cake. I mean, there's only a couple of steps here. You've got to make the shaft, the knob, the balls, and the base.
Have you made a cake before? Because you seem to have known a lot about how to make it. Granted, you're a chef, but
yeah, I mean, the other thing is
very familiar.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is I've got all the things required to make a, you know, like it doesn't take too long.
You know the parts.
Yeah, you know. So, but no, I've never made a cake quite like this one that I'm about to make on this next episode.
Were you nervous?
I guess no. Yeah, I guess. Like I wanted it all to go well. I mean, I'm nervous with every meal I put out, but you know, I guess I wanted this one to be extra special.
Takes balls to make a cake.
That's it.
That's right. Well, what can you tell us about tonight's episode? Will you be serving the guests the scorpions you bought, and what do we have to look forward to?
Yeah, the scorpion issue. I won't be serving those scorpions. I seem to run away from that fight with Riley pretty quickly and left them back at the market.
You left them back. After all of that, you left them back at the market.
Yeah, and the boys actually said to me, you know, we've left them on your bed, but I went down to check my bed, and all I had down on my bed was some candy floss that I picked up.
What do scorpions taste like?
They're just like crunchy, like a chip, I guess. There's nothing to them on the inside. It's not like you're going to get anything gooey or squidgy or anything like that. They're just super crispy.
You know, there's tons of different roles on the ship, as we see. There's on the yacht or whatever.
Yeah.
What's the hardest part about being a chef? Do you feel like you get the most complaints from the guests because they expect the food to be top notch, always exactly what they want? Like, do you feel like you have the hardest position?
Well, we kind of see that on the show. I mean, obviously, the guest complaints are normally just about the food, and then there might be a thing about some drinks or a bitch picnic throughout the season, but that's about it.
Right.
It's normally always about the food. So, I mean, from kind of a spotlight point of view, I guess my job is kind of, you know, one of the harder ones for sure.
How do you handle the pressure?
You know, obviously, sometimes not so well, and I let other people kind of know how I'm feeling around me at the time. But the other thing is, you know, I guess the highlight is probably at the end of the night when you've done the full day and you're done. There's no more cooking, and everyone's happy. You know, that's the best time on a charter. You know?
I would assume getting the tip would be the best part of the charter, but
yeah, I mean, like sometimes, as we've seen this season, they're not so great, you know, and they're not so good to look forward to. But yes, you know, that is a good time as well, I guess.
it's a good perk. Well, we have to take a quick break, but Chef Kevin is sticking around a little longer. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. I'm still here with Chef Kevin Dobson from Below Deck. So you're ready to play a little game with me?
Oh, yes. Game time.
Okay, yes, I like this. It's called Cast on Blast. All right, so here's how it works. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to name some of your castmates, and I want you to tell me what you love most about them and what you absolutely hate about them.
Okay.
You ready to play?
Yeah.
You look a little nervous, but we're going to do it. All right, we're going to start off with one of your bros, Ashton. What do you love and what do you hate?
What do I love about Ashton? What do I hate is he never cleans the toilet.
Ooh.
You know? No, we just have like cleaning duties, you know, on the boat for your cabins.
Right, but that's
He's my cabin buddy. Oh, just the bathroom, really. There's a bathroom in general.
That's an important thing to clean, though.
You know, I feel like I'm a bit of an OCD. Obviously, we see my OCD, so that was the kind of thing I hated. But, you know, other than that, and then he never made my bed. He always made his own bed when we had guests coming through. Also hated that. I'm just gonna put that out.
Do you have anything you love about the guy?
That hasn't came out yet.
Yeah. What do you love about him, though?
He's always got a drink for me.
Oh, all right. Well, that's simple enough. He's a little messy, but okay. What about Tanner?
Tanner, he's always got a spare cigarette. And what do I hate about Tan? Oh, he probably drinks a little bit too much. I don't know what I hate about Tan most.
Does he drink the most on the boat?
Yeah, he'd be the heavier one.
The heavier one. All right. Well, what about Kate?
Kate, what do I love about her the most?
Yeah.
Is just her good vibes. Like she has, and I've said it before, she does really pick up team morale when it needs to be picked up. And maybe, you know, that's always laughing at someone else's expense some of the times, but she's really good at that.
What do you hate about her?
Just the winging it part. You know, I've mentioned that a few times. She's a very just roll on into it. You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Your OCD is definitely flaring up. Do Kate and Tanner ever hook up?
We'll have to wait and find out.
I stopped him in his tracks there. What about Courtney?
I love her being my wee sous chef, and she's always got, you know, good options for it. We always kind of vibe off each other about what we're going to do for the guests for food, which is really nice to get her feedback and stuff. What I hate about Courtney is you'd never see her on the dance floor.
She's too shy, or
she's just I think we've seen her in previous, like she just doesn't. Nightclubs and that kind of thing just aren't her thing. You know.
Get that. What about Brian?
What do I love about Brian the most? He's always up for a good laugh, I guess. Like and he's got kind of that laugh that's a bit contagious. What do I hate about Brian the most? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't know.
You like him?
Yeah, I don't like.
No, I mean, you don't like him, but like, what are we, two? What, you like the guy?
Yeah, I really like him. Yeah. No, he's a nice guy.
What did you make of Brian and Courtney in their fling?
Yeah, it was really cute. But it was just like a bromance, like a boat-mance, sorry.
Okay. So you don't ship it, as the kids say. You wouldn't ship it. Like, you don't want them to get into a relationship or anything like that.
No. Like, I could never, I mean, you could tell once they first even hooked up that it was never going to go any further than.
Right. What about Simone?
Simone, super, super cool. Like, I really like her.
Best.
At the start, I was just like, where's this girl's head? Like, up in the clouds, as we kind of saw.
Yeah.
But, you know, the more and more I got to know her, she's super clever and just super cool. Like,
Anything you don't like about her?
how, you know, her head was up in the cloud. And she is a bit, you know, she's a bit of a fairy with it, you know.
Oh, so like kind of ditzy. Like
Yeah.
a little, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you want a little bit more.
Yeah, that's what I needed, but yeah.
What about the stud of the sea, Captain Lee?
What I like about him the most?
You don't have to love that.
Captain Lee, what I liked about him the most.
Do you not like anything about Captain Lee?
No, I never said that. I'm just trying to think. It's a blast, you know?
Okay.
No, he's a good guitar player.
Okay. Good.
Busted out, yeah, and that's what you always need as well in this kind of yachting situation. You always need to have someone that does something different. When you're having a few drinks, you just don't want to sit around and drink, you know?
Right.
You got Captain Lee there busting out the guitar. It's nice. I really like that about him. There's a different side to him, which was nice. And what I don't like about Captain Lee, he's the star of the show, I guess. I mean, he's the big guy, isn't he? You know, like, he's the right, you know.
You want to be the star of the show over the captain.
No, I never said that. I kind of, it's just not part of the crew. That's why that's what I struggled with a lot this season, you know, was with Captain Lee and kind of, he was way up in that. Like, he was just the captain, I guess.
He feels like the father, maybe, and you guys are
it's kind of more of a guest.
Interesting.
Yeah, kind of role rather than the captain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More of it, yeah.
That does make anxiety. That's an interesting way to put it. Okay, I have to ask about Riley.
Riley. What I loved about Riley, I think she can fish. I haven't seen that yet.
You think she can fish?
Well, I think she can, because like she does. She does it a lot. So, but I haven't seen her actually catch a fish. So I love that about her, I guess. And then what I...
Chef, you're getting in trouble here. Okay,
yeah. It's a blast. You know?
I agree.
Bring it on.
I want that.
Bring
Give
it
me
on.
more.
And what I don't like about Riley, I don't know, I kind of like that she's a hothead, I guess. I don't know what I don't not like about Riley, or whatever.
Well, it can be hard to do with a hothead, I think. Like in the heat of the moment, no one wants to be with a hothead, right?
Yeah, but we're all a little bit, I guess, sometimes.
Well, last but not least, what about Abby?
Abby, Abby's hard. I'm sorry, Ab, but I've really forgot about you. What I like about, I loved her here.
You forgot about her. You guys are on a boat. You guys are on a ship together, and you forgot about her.
Yeah, well, you know. She's redhead. Love that.
Okay.
What I didn't like, how she gave up. And we didn't really, but I could see how she gave up, you know. Because, man, it's pretty enclosed on that situation. You can't, and we were all new, so she couldn't really talk to us about how she was feeling at the time. It was kind of a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and she was off the boat. So I hated her for giving up, you know, because I really reckon it would have been a good season with us.
Well, you survived the game. Thank you so much for sharing all of your opinions. I absolutely loved it. Catch Below Deck tonight on Bravo at 9, 8 Central to see how the drama unfolds. I cannot wait. Up next, reality TV's Judge Lynn Toler is here just in time for the new season of Marriage Bootcamp. Stay tuned.
My job here is to watch. It's to pay attention, to look and see all those things that you may not be seeing because you're right in it. You're in the moment. You're in the conversation. I want to watch you have that conversation so I can help you make that conversation something other than the conversation you've been having until now.
Welcome back. We're in it now. And if you couldn't tell from that last clip, on the couch now is the accomplished, superbly intelligent, and of course, beautiful Judge Lynn Toler. How are you today?
I am well. How are you doing?
I am doing well.
Good,
you look like you're
good.
ready to kick some butt today.
Always.
Oh, yeah, that's what I like to
stay ready.
see. Now, your new season of Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition, and this isn't your first rodeo with this. You've been on for so many seasons. Why did you decide to join the show initially?
Initially, I only came on from one segment.
Right.
And they had a divorce segment, and I came on, and the producers kind of liked me, and I kind of liked that energy. And so they said, hey, could you we'll make a role for you. So I love to watch people and then and figure out what they're doing wrong. And I just kind of made a role for myself there.
Well, that's very smart. Is there anything you learned from the couples in previous seasons that you've taken with you in the newer seasons?
You learn something every season.
Of course.
Every house has its own particular kind of crazy going on. Because it depends on the couples and how they go around, and you got to learn when to pull the liquor back. You got to learn, there are just things that oh no, everybody's too lit up. But you learn something every season.
No relationship is normal.
No such thing.
There's no such thing.
Every relationship is unique as the two people in it.
Amen to that. Well, this is a little bit of a different take on relationships. As your show Divorce Court, you deal with the dissolution of marriages. How do you change your approach to save them?
Even on divorce court, I'm always trying to give them information to have a better relationship, because even if they're getting rid of Susan or Barbara or Bob, they're going to fall in love later on with somebody else. So if you didn't learn from what you did with Susan, Bob, or whomever, then you're not going to be able to do it.
Right.
So it's always, to me, a matter of learning something while I'm either giving you money or helping you get rid of your man.
Well, that way it's not a failure. You know what I mean?
No.
If you take something away from it.
It's a learning experience. It was a lesson. Right, exactly.
Which season would you say has been the most difficult for you so far?
On Marriage Bootcamp?
Yeah.
That Soldier Boy worked my nerves. I gotta say. He did a little bit. It was a lot.
He made you earn your stripes.
He did. He made me work, and he was a nice guy too. He really was a nice guy, but he worked me a little bit. And there have been some others. Well, there was Benzino. He threw a chair, and then there was Jim Jones.
Ooh, that was a whole different thing. No,
lightning every day. Lightning.
Oh my. But I mean, I feel like you pack a powerful punch with your words, and you're smart and you're rational. I mean, I feel like, do you find that they come in not wanting to listen to you and then listen to you, or do you find that they're open from the beginning?
It depends. The hip hop seasons, they have been much more open. I don't know why, but they've been much more open to just hearing me from the get. Usually in the non-hip hop seasons, I have to earn their respect. It takes me a little longer. It takes me a couple of days, a couple of times watching them all day and letting them know what they said and why they said, oh yeah, that chick is right. But the hip hop seasons have been very accessible. It's been wonderful.
Interesting. Well, on Marriage Bootcamp, the couples aren't always married, but nevertheless, they are still dealing with internal struggles, of course. I want to watch a clip of Bianca here.
You ready to change? Are you? You happy? Are you happy?
I'm getting there.
It's a struggle, isn't it? Yeah. It's a fight every day to be that scared.
Poor baby.
You continue to think it's him, you're one car accident away from nothing.
Gosh, you're seeing people at such a hard time. I know you can't give any spoilers away, but what was going on here, and how this may kind of relate to other couples?
She was in such a state of utter fear all of the time, and she had kind of latched onto him like he was life or death. Keeping him was life or death, and every time he didn't respond right away or looked a little funny, it could have been the end of the world for her. So her whole life was just bound up, and she was always on the edge of just losing it. And I wanted her to give her what I like to give a lot of young women, a sense that a man is not a plan, he is a perk. He is something you can do, but he is not a destination. It's not your life, it don't define you. It's just it's someone that you're with and can compliment. But a lot of young women, they just think, gotta get that guy. And it's just not like that.
I always say you have to say I before you can say I love you. I've said this before. You have to love yourself first.
Yeah.
Before you can be in a proper relationship.
Absolutely. And it cannot be the end of the world, because there's some people who are just clinging so hard.
Right.
And then they're not having any fun.
Right. And that one person can't fill the void for you.
No, you got to be there yourself.
Well, what do you think is the biggest cause of friction in relationships? What do you find to be a common theme?
Let me tell you what has changed. When I first took over divorce court, it was lack of communication and money. Now it's that social media. If there's one more Facebook, DM, Instagram, you're the like, and they all day long, it's an onslaught of others just trying to reach out and touch your man or reach out and touch your woman. And you get, like, you and I going out. You do something I don't like, I go on the gram, slide into somebody's DMs. That's gonna come back on me, even, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's a hot mess.
It's a very, very tough thing. Well, Lil Mo recently spoke about her experience on the show with her then husband, Carl, calling him calling another woman while in the boot camp house. Do you ever have to tell some of these couples that maybe they just don't need to be together or shouldn't be together, or maybe their time has sort of expired?
We look to expose the fact that they ought not be together, because you can't tell nobody to leave nobody, because they never do.
Right.
Never, ever do.
They have to come to it on their own.
They have to come to it on their own. So we try to expose all the aspects of it so you can come to that decision on your own. Because me telling you, it's not going to change a thing.
Right.
I can tell you all day long that you ought to leave this dude, but if you love him, and finally, she didn't get it right the night of, but she got rid of him later.
Hey. It takes time. It takes time. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I want to take a look at the preview for this season. Let's take a look.
Came here to get my husband.
You don't put a deadline on when I should marry you.
Our marriage is boring. There's no romance.
I've lied, I've cheated.
I don't think you're attracted to me.
She's constantly trying to find me another girlfriend, though.
Does he love somebody else?
I'm wasting my time.
You gotta be more patient with me. I know I'm not stupid.
I don't think you as perfect as you think you are.
CeeLo. I mean, CeeLo.
CeeLo was down from day one. I just loved me some CeeLo.
Oh, he's like a good guy?
He a great guy. All of them were trying to help Chodris and Bianca, who were just a hot mess the whole way. They were wonderful.
Let me ask you, do you find that there's a pattern between the problems that men have and the problems that women have, or do you think it's couple dependent, or is it really more based on sex?
Well, there are gender tendencies.
Yeah,
we tend to talk a lot. They tend to not want to hear that.
Yeah.
We tend to assess a whole lot of it. We're going to think about what you meant when you said, what you thought, what you heard. And guys are like, well, you know, she's not yelling, so everything must be fine. So it's influenced by your gender. I mean, how you believe, what you think, how you process information. It's different for me and my husband, just completely different. But then you have your individual couples. Plus, on hip hop, you got that world of hip hop,
right?
That constant contact with all of your fans and that social media,
egos flying.
Every time you get disrespected, it's broadcast. So you do things to shore up your ego, as opposed to getting it right between you and me. It's a whole level of pressure that is added, and which is why we have Hip Hop Boot Camp, because it's a special kind of pressure cooker.
That's a Judge. Thank you so much for being.
You
are
so
a therapist.
much.
I want
Yes,
to call you on the regular just for relationship advice. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I really appreciate it. I'm so excited for the new season of Marriage Boot Camp, and if you're excited for the season 2, you can catch Marriage Boot Camp Hip Hop Edition premiering Thursday, February 6th at 9 Central on KUWTV. We have to go to break. When we come back, we'll be hitting you with another moment in reality history. Don't go anywhere. Well, that's our show today. Big thanks to Kate, Flannery, Pasha, and Daniella from Dancing with the Stars. Also, big thanks to Chef Kevin and Judge Lynn Toler for stopping by. Reality Check streams Monday through Thursday on Twitter at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're following @People so you don't miss a thing. I'm going to leave you with this crazy Kardashian moment from the archives. I'm Daryn Carp, and I'll check you tomorrow.
You know what I want to do? I want to have a vacation like we used to have. No doodads.
In this 2008 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kris wants to bring the family closer together with a ski vacation.
I was thinking maybe we would have like kind of a good time.
No, I love
and
it
take
here.
ourselves back to back in the day, or we
Courtney,
could just
Scott,
take these
Robin,
little things and maybe throw them away.
But with everyone focused on their phones, Kris takes matters into her own hands.
So,
I'm furious. I mean, I literally want to kill her.
Kim, come here, doll. Let me see it. I swear, I didn't mean to
No,
break
where's
it.
your purse?
Looking for payback, Kim storms upstairs,
Kim's mature.
where she calmly collects Kris's phones and sends them flying into the living room.
Let's see if yours work.
Kim's swift, sweet revenge is one of the great moments in reality history, and the family all learned a valuable lesson. Don't mess with Kim.
It's what she deserves.